I don't want to talk about WikiLeaks. What's in those emails is less important than the fact a foreign government is trying to infect our system, our electoral process. Do you agree with Marco Rubio? You've been a Republican a lot longer than Donald Trump has. So who do you agree with, Donald Trump or Marco Rubio?
I hadn't heard that before. That's a good one.
True.
So what I agree with is I think you should do all of the above. I think there's no reason to pick between these two, of any foreign government interference. But what we see in these emails is right in front of us. I mean, Donald Trump just faced a whole week of unfounded accusations having to defend against him, where he says they're fabrications and lies, and yet we have evidence right in front of us of what's going on, and nobody wants to see that.
Unfounded claims of women who are saying, yes, the things that Donald Trump said on a tape, he actually did. So how is that unfounded?
Well, he has denied it. His wife agrees with him. You saw her all over the news.
Hold on. His wife agrees with the fact that he didn't cheat on her? That's crazy.
No, his wife, no. First of all, most of those allegations occurred before that. But the fact is that if you see the evidence, I'm talking about WikiLeaks, you see the evidence there, and we're going to ignore what we see in front of us, which runs the gamut from anti-Catholic bigotry to we're worried about Hillary Clinton and her core. What's her core? What is she going to run on to? Does she like the phrase average Americans? To her campaign chairman saying he only wishes a San Bernardino killer was named Chris. I mean, this is...
Then be with me. You're a mother, you're a woman. Are you more offended by the phrase average Americans or grabbing a woman's genital?
The latter, and I've made that very clear. I've made it privately and publicly. There's no question. I agree with Melania Trump, Mike Pence, and Donald Trump about that. Those words are offensive, and they're indefensible. Nobody's been asked to defend or condone them, by the way. And so...
Then when there are 6 people corroborating the People magazine story, you still say her word against his?
I say that
you gotta look at your kids when you go home at night.
Stephanie, that's not fair. I mean, I get that from a lot of childless people worried about my kids, but I at least
because you know what? I'm not going to let my kids watch the debate tonight. I don't let my kids watch Donald Trump in fear
but they
that he will
watch Hillary Clinton.
In fear that he will say to a woman in the audience, "You're fat." In fear that he'll make fun of someone who's special needs. I don't ever want my kids to say that.
She's been fighting for women for 30 years. Where's the product? She should be held to account. Put her on this show. She won't come on it. Ask her why 3.7 million more Americans are in poverty now than when she and Obama got started. Why are over 12 million women without health insurance?
In the last week, she's put forth policies looking to guarantee women equal pay, to increase tax credits for parents. They don't get equal pay at the Clinton
Foundation. It was revealed yesterday. The Clinton Foundation pays its men more than it pays its women.
What she's done for women, and in the last week she's put that forth.
Well, those are policies. Let's see, as everybody's grandmother always told them, watch what I do, not what I say. Why at her own Clinton Foundation are the men paid, in some cases, double the women? And she's talking about equal pay. Let's see who she is. What walk has she done? She doesn't give equal pay. The State Department had higher paid men. And her Senate office. I mean, she's got a track record, Stephanie, of paying men more than women.
Does Donald Trump?
No, he has said he's employed thousands of women. Many of them, whether on his campaign or certainly the Trump organization, have ascended to the highest levels.
And he pays the men in his organization the same as he pays the women?
I didn't say that, but you're saying that she's this champion for equal pay because she's stuck on a website or in a book or said it on a campaign trail.
That website is what the policies she wants to put in place if she's elected president of the United States.
What faith should we have that she'll do that if, when she's had the chance to do it in her own foundation, in her own United States Senate office, in her own State Department, she's failed to pay women what she pays men? Why are they? I'd ask her right now, Hillary Clinton, if you're watching, why do you pay men more than women?
What faith should I have when Donald Trump says at the second debate, I respect women more than anybody out there, when I've heard him say she's a 7, she's a 10, she can't be a 10 if she doesn't have a big chest. He does
respect women. I could tell you that. I'm with him all the time. He's very respectful toward women, and he has employed thousands of women who, but for working in the Trump organization over a series of decades, would not have had that compensation.